Okay guys, in this video we're going to continue our junk wars, but first I want to play a few quotes for you from a few employees and Apple fans and stuff, and when we get done with that we'll come back and I want to go over a few of these desktops, and during these quotes you'll see where I got some of the quotes that I used in my last video about going to Best Buy and seeing nothing but junk. These are not new ideas. These are ideas that have been brought about by Kawasaki, I think is his name. He's the Mac evangelist, the original Mac evangelist. And so let's listen, and we'll be right back.
He has a team of phenomenally talented people, and they keep working on a problem until they come up with something fresh and new, you know, like the scroll wheel on the iPod or that Luxo looking iMac.
If you look at what Apple does, after it does it, one thing you always have to say is, how come nobody else did this before, right? There's nothing like mythical about the iPod and the wheel, right? Anybody could have done that.
You know, the colored iMacs changed design in everything.
You know, like even on the lids of PowerBooks, you know, they open up very smoothly because they have this weird counter-balancing system, and no one is ever going to see this. It's not something that consumers will actually go out and buy.
So wouldn't you think that some of these computer companies would say, aha, Apple does well because it has beautiful products. So how much could the most expensive industrial designer in the world cost? You know, $1 million a year in salary? $2 million a year? $5 million?
That's what makes these products so beautiful. That level of commitment and dedication to the thing to make it the best thing possible.
I'll tell you what, I'll take you to Fry's and I will show you lines of crap. Ugly portables, ugly towers, ugly monitors, ugly MP3 players. Why is that? I guess in a sense it proves the point that these people don't know what to steal. They don't know what to steal. Well, I think the Apple community has stayed remarkably consistent. It's people who love good engineering, they love product design, they love being different, no pun intended, they love probably being the underdog.
But then you ask marketers, you know, like there's some of these marketing guys, and they're convinced that Apple is a brand, and it conjures up brand associations of creativity and liberty, freedom, and that people are buying into the brand the way they buy a Coke, you know, or a beer, or a car, or a pair of sneakers. It says something about them and their personality.
You know, so I think people might be a little more attracted to the rebelliousness of it. I mean, you're the anti-crowd anyway because you don't have a PC, right?
So Macintosh was the mega hit, but what was the first company that really made CD-ROM drives on every computer? Guess what? It was Apple. Guess who democratized 802.11? Airport and Apple, right? And so, how about FireWire? Who made that a standard? How about USB?
Some companies can think you can innovate too fast because you don't sort of milk the cash cow to the maximum before moving on. That's not the way Apple usually thinks.
So after a while, it's not just the big hit. It's also, you know, you could say that these revolutions were caused by little uprisings that Apple's, you know, made successful. The mouse. Now, someone could say, well, Park had the mouse and all that, but you know what? Park didn't make it a commercial success.
Okay, now we're back. Let me pull up some of this, some of these pieces of junk here. Okay, the Dell Inspiron, 800 megahertz Celeron, $279. Junk! HP Pavilion, A6620F. Where the fuck do they get these names? Home Office, 2.5 Pentium. Junk! Levino, Idea Center, K210 desktop, $380. It don't say it's a processor, but it's rated 3 stars, which is the rest of these, which means junk! Have you all seen the new Dell that's trying to copy the MacBook Air? Comes with a little separate DVD drive and everything. Bunch of fucking thieves, man. That's all y'all are. I don't want to hear one goddamn good word come out of your all's mouth about that new aluminum little bitty Dell laptop. I don't want to hear one good word about it come out of your all's PC mouths, because you all had nothing but bad things to say about the Air when it come out. Now it looks like people's finally catching on. Wow, I guess the Apple did know what they was doing, huh? Ain't that strange? Does it usually turn out that way? Usually, don't it? Let's see. HP Pavilion A6745F with this horrible green shit. 2.6 gigahertz Athlon, which is better than the others, but still junk. $500. Dell Inspiron 530s. We looked at those. Yeah, it was before. HP Compact Pisario, $350. Another Athlon, junk. All this. Look at this, row after row after row after, well, I should say page after page after page of nothing but flippin' junk. Now, I'm willing to sit here and argue with you all day long that you get what you pay for. Do you understand? You get what you pay for. And I don't know if only cheap people who can't afford more expensive computers are saying this, or if everybody believes this. But my opinion is more towards the first. That, you know, if you can't afford it, you hate it. That's my American motto, ain't it? Let's see. Levino ThinkStation, look at this. Quad-core Xeon, 2.66. Same thing that's in the my Mac Pro. Okay? $3,055. 667 megahertz Xeon, 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gig hard drive. Huh. Are you shitting me? You know what the new little bitty thin Dell Adamo that's copying the MacBook Air cost? $2,000. $2,000. So why is that? Because you can't build good computers without having a decent price attached to them. All this stuff is fucking junk. Dell XPS 730X, $19.99. See? That's expensive as hell. 1.07 gigahertz, 3 gigs of RAM. Levino ThinkStation, here's another quad core. Let's see. Dell Vostro 220, $459. Alienware ALX high performance gaming computer, $3,600. I should say $3,700. Now here we go down here. Alienware Area 51 750i high performance, which I don't know what it has in it. $999. All this stuff is junk unless you're paying big money. And then you still got to put Windows on the expensive bastard. So you can't win for losing. You can't win for losing. This is what I'm talking about. Apple Mac Pro desktop workstation, 2 gigs of RAM, 400 gig hard drive, $2,500. Apple customized Mac Pro workstation, $3,000. Now see, some of these Levino Think computers or Levino computers that are quad core, they're the same price as these Mac Pros. Let's see. Sony Vaio desktop 19-inch computer, $1,700, $1,600. Here's some more junk, $499. Let's see. HP workstation, quad core, $3,700. Now I know what I'm going to hear. Well, oh, that's junk and it's too expensive. I can build my own. I'm so sick of hearing that. Then go build your own. I don't want to build my own. Just like 85% of the world don't want to build their own. We want to go buy something and have it work. We don't want to build our own. I'm sure I could build a cheaper car than I could go to the dealer and buy one. But why do I not want to do that? Because it's a fucking hassle. It's a hobby. I don't build my cars to drive in daily. You know, I build them to race. Just like you don't build computers to do daily stuff. You build them to game. I mean, the most average person that wants to surf the web and check their email don't need to build their own fucking computer. So if the only way to get a good, decent Windows computer is to build it, then you can keep it. Because those are the types of computers you'll stick your hand in the case and you'll cut your fucking thumb off on the side of the case because it's so damn sharp. I've been in PC computers. I've been in them. I'm not... Y'all think I haven't been in them, but I have. Wires everywhere. You put your hand in there and rub it against the side of the case and it cuts your fucking finger off. You ah, fuck! Son of a bitch, you got a big piece of chunk of skin on it. It's ridiculous. Y'all know it's true. Y'all know the homemade bomb theory is true. That's what they look like on the inside, and all these do too. So this was just Junk Wars Part 3. Actually, not really a Part 3, but kind of getting started on these desktops, because you can see it's just page after page of junk. So next time we'll pick a few to elaborate on. OS 10, brothers.